Arizona State at Kansas State. Kansas State is an 8.5-point favorite in this one. And this makes a lot of sense to me, Mason. The more I kind of dug into this, not a lot of people have watched Arizona State. I mean, we can be honest about that. But this team has quietly got 2 losses so far in the season, and it hasn't been a murderer's row of schedule for Arizona State, and has kind of allowed them to gain some momentum. But this is a tough matchup here because Arizona State has kind of buttered their bread by running the football this season. 28th best rushing offense, 27th best rushing offense in the country. 4.68 yards per rush this season. But that's exactly what Kansas State is able to defend well, right? If you want to beat this Kansas State team, you're going to have to hit them over the top. It's been kind of a thing since the beginning of the season. Secondary has allowed some yards. I don't know that Arizona State's got the wherewithal or the ability to be able to do that in this football game. So I think this is a really tough matchup for Arizona State, as they're going to look to line up, run it, and I don't think they're going to have a lot of success against what I think is a very stout Kansas State front seven. Again, you'd have to be equipped with a good passing game, I think, to be able to pass the Kansas State test. The only thing that I think could change that outcome in this football game is Arizona State being able to get some turnovers, right? That's what could really flip this thing on its head. If Kansas State protects the football at home, stops the run, I think they're going to be in good shape. And by the way, Arizona State's rush defense, it is 33rd in the country, but they're going to be going against DJ Giddens, and I think that they're going to be able to. I think DJ Giddens is going to be able to do his thing, man. I got a lot of confidence in that guy. If he's healthy, he's going to be able to run on this Arizona State defense. And by the way, that Kansas State defense, I forgot to throw this in there, 8th in the country against the rush this year. They're averaging giving up less than 100 yards a game on the ground. That's bad news for Arizona State, who is averaging about 200 yards a game on the ground. So something's got to give there, and I think what's going to give is the Sun Devils. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you, Mark. This is a game that Kansas State can win on the ground on both sides of the football. They're really good at stopping the run. Arizona State is really good at running the football behind Scatterbo, who's one of the best running backs in the country. Just cleared 1,000 yards. So I like their ability to run the football. But we've mentioned it time and time again, good defensive lines always win against good offensive lines. And I think that you'll see that this week with Kansas State. And then, on the flip side, Kansas State has been really good at running the football. Avery Johnson can take off with his legs. DJ Giddens is a future NFL running back. I like their ability to protect the football in this game because they can lean on the run game very heavily. Now, like you said, and I hate that I'm just kind of echoing the same points you're making, but when you look at the turnover margin, Arizona State ranks 35th in the country with interceptions. They're averaging 1 interception per game, and then they're 7th in the country at getting fumbles. They're averaging 0.4 fumbles per game, which is really good. And on the flip side, Kansas State's offense is 70th in the country in interceptions and 39th in the country in fumbles. So there is an opportunity there for Arizona State to turn the football over and add possessions for their offense. But that's I'm not willing to bet on that. I'm not willing to build my entire analysis of this football game based on their ability to get turnovers. On the flip side, looking at Arizona State's offense, they do protect the football really well. They're 14th in the country in interceptions and 14th in the country in turnover or in fumbles. And then Kansas State's defense has not been that great. They're 60th in the country in interceptions and 98th in fumbles. So I do think that there is an advantage there potentially for Arizona State to get to win the turnover margin. But when you're that far down, when there's that much of a gap, I guess, from a skill perspective, and the fact that Kansas State should just be able to run the football, and kind of protect the football in that sense. I don't think that turnovers are going to be enough to win this one. I like Kansas State to win. I don't know if I would really be willing to bet the spread here. I think that Arizona State could keep it kind of tight, but I like Kansas State to win this football game, and I think they win it on the ground.
Yeah, I think I like the under in this. I think I like that under 50 and a half there. Because I don't see. Look, Kansas State wants to run the football. Arizona State defensively, I think that's what they're best at defending. They're not good at defending the pass. They're not good at passing the ball. Um, I think this could be a run-heavy football game, and I think Kansas State is would be more than happy to just get out with a touchdown win or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I could see Kansas State taking the safe approach here, giving it to DJ Giddens, and hopefully that works out. But I think Kansas State surely can win this one. I don't know about the 8.5. I'm a little concerned about that. I guess um, maybe I'd be on the other side of that, but I feel better about the under in this one. Let's see what the number does this week, because if you can get it up to 51.5 and get the under on that, that would be crucial, right? Being
Mhm.
able to get that key number of 51 there. So that's a line to keep your eye on and see what the public does. And if the public bets it up, I'd feel even better about it, fading the public there. So that's a line I'll have my eye on this week for sure.